back to Math Tea UK on a beautiful sunny day like today. Why would I not be out in the sun? Right, now we've got the dog out of the way, for a minute at least. It's a lovely day, and so I'm going to do a review indoors. Reason being, both neighbours are out. It's quite noisy out there and I can't film outdoors. So what am I doing? Well, I have made a purchase, and the purchase is for ground dwelling. Now, those of you that watch my videos will know I carp fish, I hammock hang, I hunt and shoot, and sometimes I use a tent, hammock or a bivvy. And my winter equipment wasn't up to it last year. So I needed to upgrade, one, my tent, and two, my sleeping system or ground mat. And that's what I've done. So I've been out and bought myself a Sea to Summit Comfort Deluxe extra large. So it's the long version. I'm told everywhere I look that this is the ultimate in outback sleeping pads, and I really hope so, because it cost an awful lot of money and a lot more than I could really afford. But I want to make this purchase once and I've done with it, so I did. And to go with it, I bought a Sea to Summit pillow, regular pillow, and despite the fact that this mat comes with a sack that pumps it up like a pump sack with it, I went and bought one of these hand pumps to go with it, because they are very, very light, and I've not tried either, so I'm going to give them both a go and see which I think is best. So I've completely upgraded. It is top quality stuff, it is really good gear. It is at the end of my budget. I really can't afford any more, and I'll probably get told off if the missus found out how much I've actually paid for that. But come this winter, I will be able to go up onto the hills using a better tent and using a better sleeping system, keeping me nice, warm and comfy. Now, I will add that this is not the lightest by far. Absolutely not. In fact, this comes in at over 1 kilogram. I'll put the weight down here somewhere. It's on here somewhere. But it's not the lightest by far. It is up to an R rating of 5, which is very warm. I'm not too bothered about light. I'm not carrying it mega miles, mega weeks, that sort of thing. For me, it's about comfort, and I'm getting to the age now where I need my sleep, and the years of using thin row mats and being able to get by that night, and that's okay. But when you get older, you want the comfort and you need your sleep more, so your sleep becomes more important to you. So I think I've sacrificed weight to make sure that I get a better night's sleep, and that's something that you have to decide for yourself. If you're a young, virile person and still running around active, and you can get away with the thinner, lightweight sleeping systems, is absolutely fine. As for me, nope, comfort please, every time now, thank you. So let's go. Well, first of all, let's have a look at our little pump. Say hello to my little pump. Now, I have never ever used one. I've never picked one up before. I don't know anything about it. Apart from what I've watched on YouTube, that sort of stuff. Apparently this can be used as a stuff sack as well. It's clipped and closed handle bag there, just like anything else. There's instructions on the side. And the intake and outtake valves are there, so that pushes the air in, and that pulls air into the bag. These here are for your fingers to hold into position while you pump away in the accordion effect. Now apparently this is like one breath of air, so about the equivalent to one breath of air, should I say. Alright, I can see it working. Yeah, okay. Most pillow Has a little handle on it. I don't know why. Again, inflate, adjust, deflate. Ah, okay, right, yeah, okay. Now I have watched a few videos, like I say, which is why I've been and purchased what I've purchased, but I have not seen any videos on the Sea to Summit Comfort Deluxe insulated. I have not seen any videos on that one. Oh, it feels good. Now you have two valves. One's the in valve and the bottom one, so that. Connect into that, pump in. When you want to deflate, take the bottom one out and it dumps the air. I think they call it an air dump actually. So there we go. Let's pop our little, well that's interesting. I guess they don't want you to use that on that because that is one thing I would never have known that. That is too big for that. So this has to be done by breaths, which isn't really a major problem. It's not like you're going to be there for 10 minutes doing it. Now it is a one-way valve. And apparently, if you press in, you can let some pressure out. So you can have it nice and even softer. That's actually... I quite like that. I've never had a proper pillow before. I've always had one of the little travel ones. One inflated pillow. One lesson learned. Pump doesn't work with that. Not that you really need it. But now, time to open up this beauty. I want the comfort. Okay. Instructions on how to use the pump sack. Alright, I get that. Alright. It's a two-ended bag. I'm learning as we're going. Oh, there we are. So the way this comes in, that comes pre-stuffed in here. So if you didn't want to use it, you don't have to. I get that now. So that's sealed away in your bag. And your other end is for accessing your bed. And here we go. Okay, let's unfold. Straight away, Cellular gear, little repair kit, patches and one-way valve stops, and the bed itself. Well, it's plenty long enough. First impressions, seems to be very good quality. Let's have a go, first of all, with a hand pump. Okay, well that's working. Let's try the sack. Off, get off.
Yo, booger.
It's supposed to be dog proof. Okay. I think the mat sort of tell you when it's inflated. It doesn't really want to take much more air in. So it's sort of giving you a clue that, hey buddy, I'm done. Okay, right. That is far more efficient than that. However, that you don't have to breathe into the bag. So if you was trying to inflate this with your breath, it's a lot of work. Using that is hard. However, that is far superior. £23, don't waste your money. Okay, the scenario is that these dual air got a tougher bottom and a softer material for the top. Now I've inflated that quite heavily, but I'm quite a big lad, so I am actually going to get on it, give it a blast and see how we go. Now if I place my hand on that, I can go straight through to the floor, which I would expect really from this type of design. But when I lay on it, my elbow's touching the floor then. But as soon as I distribute my weight, and it is a lot of weight, I'm off the ground completely. And I am a side sleeper. It's warm. I can feel the warmth. Now, it also feels a little bit too firm. So what I'm going to do is like you do on some of the other ones, let a bit of air out. Okay, I can feel that. Firmer pillow. Ah, better. Do you know what you don't get with this? You don't get that rocking motion like you do on other airbeds. You know, when like you're on a boat, you don't get that at all with this. I love the way this pillow's shaped, the way it tucks underneath your shoulders, side sleeping, like that. Even though I've let quite a bit of air out now, I'm not bottoming. My hips aren't digging into the ground. I'm still insulated off the floor. If I push here, I touch the ground. But when your weight's distributed evenly, it's terrific. Now one of the things they say is, because it's dual layer, if you get a puncture in one of them and it deflates through overnight, more likely to be on the bottom. So let's simulate that, shall we? Okay, we've simulated now that the bottom layer is completely deflated. We've spiked it, caused a puncture in it, whatever. Now, I have definitely bottomed out, which you would expect, but do you know what this reminds me of now? Every other sleeping pad ever used. So even though this upper layer isn't fully inflated and I let some air out, it's still it's still amazingly comfy. I'm definitely bottom out, like my hips are definitely touching the floor, but not a lot of pressure on them. Because of the way these cells distribute everything, it's not digging in, it's not uncomfortable. Let's have a quick conclusion, shall we? Let's just go over this now quickly. I mean, at the end of the day, I was only on it for 15 minutes. I wasn't on it for a huge period of time. What do I think of it? It's my initial concept. Well, I'll tell you what. The Sea to Summit Comfort Deluxe, which I've not seen any videos about, is absolutely wonderful. It's my first lines on it. You know, this thing here was really, really comfortable. Totally adjustable. So the bottom layer, which is a tougher material, you could pump that up more rigid, allowing you to deflate the top layer to make it a bit more comfortable for you. Or you could, it's just totally, you know, it's adaptable. So I really, my first impressions are really, really good. I do like it. I'm looking forward to using it, to be honest. My intention is to do a weekend, and I'm going to bring both my hammock gear and this, and I'm going to do my first night in this and the second night in hammock, and I'm going to do a comparison at the end of the weekend. That's my next video. That's what I'm planning next. So the Sea to Summit Comfort Deluxe, first impressions, very, very good. I do like it. Downside, heavy. It's not a lightweight one. It's not something that you're going to be, you can carry it around, of course you can. It's not something that you are going to want to carry for super long distances, unless you're more than happy to accept the weight for the comfort value, and you have to weigh that up, as I previously said. So from my point of view, yeah, it is a bit heavy, but so am I, and I need something like that. And at this moment in time, I'm glad I've got it. Let's move on to the hand pump. Okay. As you watched, it does work. It's not compatible with all devices like the pillows, but it does work. Am I glad I've bought it? It was quite expensive. It looked good on the adverts. Did they hook me in? Yes, they did. Although it does work, it's not my favourite piece of gear I've bought recently, and I feel slightly conned. But if I was on the top of the mountain somewhere and oxygen was a lot less, and all I had was my breath to blow it up, and I had this instead, this would be a godsend, I'm sure. So, does it have its uses? I'm sure it does. Does it have its uses for me? No, it doesn't. It's not something I will buy again. So, although it does work, although it does save you blowing into the bag itself, you would be far better off with a pump sack. Now, the techniques for using these, you're not supposed to do that to it. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is just waft it around, quick blow, and away you go. That works really, really well. I am impressed with that. Now, if I was to buy a pump again for that device, let's say I put a big gaping hole in this one, would I buy this type of device again? Absolutely. Yes, 100%. I like this. This works really, really well. I'm very pleased with that. So from the pump sack that came with the Deluxe, works excellently. The pillow. Do I like the pillow? Yes, I do like the pillow actually. Yes. I think it's very cute. Does it go back in its bag easily? Yes, it does. What's that for? I'm glad I got it. Yes, I am. Am I looking forward to trying it? Yes, I am. Do I think I've wasted any money? Only on one point. As for the rest, yeah. See you in the next one.